Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Pipeworks. A little bit of Pipeworks up in this piece. Form their barrel aged last kiss. This be, yeah, barrel aged wee heavy. Yeah, in maple syrup and bourbon barrels. Wee heavy barrel aged maple syrup. You're speaking my language, Pipeworks. You're speaking it. Speaking of my soul. Hopefully it's good. There's this like chain supermarket bottle shop. There's this one place that gets like elite stuff. I don't know because all the other chain, it's like, there must be somebody there that runs the beer program, that just loves beer, because all the other ones just get like the hits. They get the bourbon counties. Every now and then they'll get something else, even hazies. But this place, they get a lot of like extras. A lot of Pipeworks. We don't see that a lot in New Jersey. Just random stuff that I don't see. I don't even see this actually at anywhere but this place. Like, I don't really see Pipeworks at all every now and then in Jersey, so it's kind of a treat because it's not that far away from me. What else do we have in this can that we can talk about? We Heavy Style Ale with vanilla and Fenugreek aged. What's Fenugreek? Am I saying that right? So, on the front it says, we heavy aged in maple syrup and bourbon barrels. Now we are adding the word fenugreek. I'm going to look it up. That's it. What is fenugreek? I have never heard that word before. Vanilla and fenugreek. What is fenugreek? Fenugreek is commonly used in traditional medicine, and can increase the risk of serious adverse effects, including allergic reactions. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Fenugreek, okay, we're off the rails already. Fenugreek is an annual plant in the family of Fabaceae, with leaves consisting of, although dietary supplement, no clinical evidence suggests and it says commonly used in traditional medicine, fenugreek can increase the risk of serious adverse effects, including so it's bad for you. Uses. Okay, here we go. I think this is worth doing a little story time. Fenugreek is used as an herb, dried or fresh leaves, spice, seeds, and vegetable, fresh leaves, sprouts, and microgreens. Sotalon is a chemical responsible for its distinctive maple syrup smell of fenugreek. So I think they're using this as a maple syrup elevator to make it just be more maple syrupy. Fenugreek seeds and leaves contain sotalone, which imparts aroma of fenugreek in a curry in high concentrations, maple syrup or caramel in lower concentrations. Fenugreek is used for flavoring agent to imitate maple syrup or tea, and as a dietary supplement. Okay, so I think we're on track here. So it says aged in maple syrup and bourbon barrels. So there is maple syrup, but there's also that fenugreek. So again, I think they're using elevator and bourbon barrels and maple syrup barrels. So a lot of barrels. So we're expecting a lot of oak, big maple syrup vibes. And honestly, for me, wee heavies have to have a specific kind of mouthfeel. That's the thing for me that separates them from kind of stout. It just has to have this softer kind of mouthfeel to it, which hopefully this one has. Flavor-wise, you're giving me two, cyan skulls kissing. Or like they're going to kiss. I'll take it. As far as the beer goes, guess what? If you told me that was a wee heavy, sure. If you told me it was a stout, sure. Porter, sure. So it looks the part of a dark beer. Now, I am curious about this nose. I mean, honestly, bourbon, vanilla, maple syrup. I couldn't tell you that it's maple syrup or fenugreek. I just heard of that word. Couldn't tell you what that actually tastes or smells like. But as far as the aromatics go, it comes off as a rich maltier beer. I'm not going to sit here and say it smells like a wee heavy or a stout. Somewhere in between, fine, whatever. But there's definitely some vanilla going on, and there's definitely that maple syrup vibe to it. Is it vanilla an addition thing? Is it coming from the barrels? It could be a combination of both. Is that maple syrup coming from the maple syrup barrels, or the fenugreek? Again, probably a portion of it, but it's hitting all the points of the beer. It's giving me that rich, darker, roastier beer, albeit, is it a wee heavy? I'm not going to nitpick, but definitely getting that bourbon spirit barrel. Definitely getting that maple syrup. So we're checking all the boxes here. We're off to a very good start. Let's just dive in. Cheers. This is interesting. Yeah. So you're getting a dark beer. Again, I'm not going to sit here and call it a wee heavy. Is it? Sure, fine, whatever, but it's not like jumping out of the barrel for me or jumping out of the beer for me. Do I get bourbon? Absolutely 100%. Do I get vanilla? Absolutely 100%. Do I get maple syrup? Yes. But there is this added component. Now, if we go back in here, there's something very specific that I clued in on. Where is it? Etymology production uses. Okay. There's a big... I thought I read anise in here. Let me see if I can find it. I know this isn't fun. Yeah, it's weird because it's associated with anise in some way. Anyway, that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting almost a subtle anisey licoricey thing on top of it. It 100% has to be that fenugreek. And I will say, I'm not hating it. Biggest nitpick here is carbonation. It's carbonated, but it's like a dead carbonation. By that I mean, you can actually, you're not going to be able to see it, but I can actually see there's active carbonation going on, but it's almost like there's something that's killing it. Like if you ever take like, you ever take your finger, the oils from your finger and put it in beer and the head goes away, or makes sense here, you take an oily adjunct and add it to beer. And by oily adjunct could be coconut, could be a couple other things. A lot of times that tends to kind of curb and kill carbonation. I kind of think that's what's going on here with this fenugreek. I think it's actually, while the beer is carbonated, it's killing its head and in turn killing a bit of its mouthfeel. And that's my biggest nitpick with it. I could say mouthfeel out on top of that, or density, is also an issue. But when you think about a wee heavy, it's kind of in line with where a wee heavy should sit. It's almost like it's tricking you a little bit, thinking you should be calling this a stout when it really is a wee heavy. So it has this lighter body to it that I would associate with wee heavy. It just lacks that little bit more kind of softer carbonation that you get with wee heavy. But I think it's being curbed by that fenugreek. This is such a cool beer review for me to do. I'm not sure if this is going to be something fun for you guys to watch, because for me to actually, catch that on a can without seeing it previously and then do this kind of, like, just look at it real time and kind of pick apart these little bits and pieces of the beer. It's really, really fun. I like this actually quite a bit. The coolest thing I would say about this beer is that everything seems to be very harmonic and in line. Maybe not intertwined yet. Maybe that comes with time. But the beer is at this level. The barrel's at this level. The spirit's at this level. The maple's at this level. That fenugreek anisey thing is at this level. So and the vanilla probably a little bit below. But for me, I always like vanilla to be a little bit below. This is such an interesting beer, in the sense that, I picked this up and literally read nothing. I said, wee heavy, maple, bourbon barrel, done. That added vanilla and fenugreek addition kind of flips the script. I kind of wish I reviewed this without reading that side part, and then went back to it going, what the hell am I tasting here? And figured it out in real time. But anyway, it's such an interesting flavor, play on flavor. It's just such an interesting flavor experience. It's probably the best way I could put it. Because you're getting a lot of different things here, but Pipeworks, a testament to what they do, because they're really great in their barrel program, is that these all work together. None of this feels incredibly ajar. The initial sip, not knowing what these flavors taste like, it was a little bit taken back by the kind of anisey, kind of spicy, kind of herbally thing. Once you start to kind of drink it, you compartmentalize it, you process it, it really does come off as a super interesting beer. Is it the best barrel-aged we have you ever had? No. Is it one of the more interesting barrel-aged beers I've had as of late? 100%. That would put it in its own Mount Rushmore status. Barrel-aged beers? No. Barrel-aged wheat heavies? No. In more interesting beers / more interesting barrel-aged beers I've had as of late, or the past couple of years, 100%. The flavor profile, the flavors you're getting, the uniqueness of it. I think this is a very cool kind of just a... I keep using the word experiment. I want to use something different here. I don't have the vocabulary at the moment, but it's just a cool exercise in flavor profiles that you can get from beer. And for that, I'm glad I picked it up. Very, very cool. Tasty beer. I think some people might be put off by this. The whole, anise, fennel kind of maple combination. I think it's kind of like the cilantro thing. I think some people dig it, some people don't. So if you're one of those people that don't dig it, you're not going to dig this beer. But for people who are like culinary people that really enjoy flavor exploration, and can appreciate foods even though it's not the best thing they've ever tasted, the cool cut, the cool take, the cool swing that Pipeworks took with this beer, that in and of itself is very, very cool. And I dig it. I think it's fun. I'm really curious to see how this kind of opens up a little bit of warmth, a little bit of just getting a little bit warmer, see if some of those flavors kind of come out and stuff like that. And we're going to stick around that long. We're just going to cut it short and say, this is one of the better barrel-aged beers I've had as late Mount Rushmore status. No. But more interesting, yes. Valued availability, I want to say it was sub $10 for a can. Cool with that. Barrel-aged beer, all the stuff going on. Totally cool with that. 16-ounce can. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, off the shelf, by the way, and if you like what we like this, if you like barrel-aged beers and you like interesting flavor combinations in a good beer, mind you, it's just not weird. It's actually good and weird. You'll dig this. So there you go. Reviews in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif, podcasting stuff. Pipeworks, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? That is very important. If you had this beer, I really need to know your thoughts down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying interesting beer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.